Good morning, wrestling fans. Today is Tuesday, May 9th, 2023. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to this episode. I'm Lance Brock to talk some pro wrestling with you on this Tuesday morning. Hope everyone is doing well so far. Last night on Monday Night Raw, we saw the first two triple threat matches of this new Raw World Championship tournament to crown the new Raw World Heavyweight Champion. And advancing on the Raw side of things is Seth freaking Rollins. And now the second part of this tournament, even though this is supposed to be an exclusive World Championship to Monday Night Raw, there are going to be tournament matches this Friday night on SmackDown. The same format as on Raw, 2 triple threat matches, and the winner of those 2 triple threats will face off in a singles match. And the winner of that will go on to face Seth Rollins at Night of Champions to become the new Raw World Champion. And I know I've been talking about this lately. Probably sound like a broken record again as usual. But I still don't understand why they are having tournament matches on SmackDown and not leaving it exclusive to Raw, which this championship is supposed to be. Unless, like I said, whoever does win it, they plan on moving over to Raw. But then that brings up the question, why in the first place even drafting to SmackDown if you're just going to, after a few weeks or so after the draft, switch them right over to Monday Night Raw. And the dogs in the neighborhood this morning have, it sounds like they have a strong opinion on this Raw World title situation as well. And I still say one of the reasons that they even came out with the new championship is to sell replicas of this new title. The first night Triple H announced it and revealed the new title. That night they were already selling the replicas on WWEshop.com. I don't know if I'm not sure if they had them in the arena at the merch stands or not, but I know that they were available to purchase at WWEshop.com. And you know how WWE is, especially Vince. If there is a way he can come out with anything like a new title or anything else like that he thinks he could sell and make money off of, he's going to do it. And a lot of times I think this is why they introduced some new championships. Sometimes is so they could sell the replica titles of them. It's the replica title business is one that actually does do very well for them. A lot of people do buy the replicas. So I think that was definitely a part of the reason for this new world title. And not even that, they even have been coming out with custom superstar championships, and not just Austin I meant to say the Smoking Skull Championship was actually shown on TV before, like Cena's the spinner titles of the WWE Championship and the United States title. They sold replicas of them, but they came out with these customized superstar titles for The Undertaker, The Ultimate Warrior, The Rock, and I think Ric Flair may have got one. And they even came out with a championship of the Fiend that had the Fiend's face on it in the middle of the title. They came out with that and sold that for about $800 or so, I think. But like I said, the replica belt business is doing pretty well for them as of right now. So not too surprised that they keep coming out with new titles, or at least replicas of titles to keep selling. Now, as far as, I don't know if they've announced SmackDown 6, or not the SmackDown 6 everybody thinks of when they hear that, but I meant the 6 superstars from SmackDown that will compete this Friday in the triple threat matches. But I would guess Styles could be one of them, and I would like to see AJ Styles win this and go on to Night of Champions to face Seth Rollins for this title. And I'm curious to see if they will mention Styles and Rollins. I don't know if you could really say history, but there was at one time kind of like a mini documentary of Seth Rollins on the WWE Network quite a few years ago. It was before Peacock here in the United States. And they showed very early on in Seth Rollins' career at an indie show in Iowa. He had a match against AJ Styles, and what they even had a little bit of home video footage of that, and it was, or at least what I seen of it, looked like it was a very good match between Rollins and Styles. And it showed after the match, Styles kind of put Rollins over, and they got a huge reaction from the crowd in Iowa. Small indie show crowd, but still a great reaction. So I think that'll be a really good match to put on as the main event for NOC in Saudi Arabia. Styles versus Rollins, and I would definitely like to see Styles get the Raw Championship and maybe go over to Raw. And I know that would split up the OC, but I don't think that would really upset a lot of people. And it's nothing against Gallows, Anderson, or Mia Yim. It's just that I've talked about many times, I would like to see AJ Styles get back in the main event picture and maybe have one more world title run. So who knows if that'll happen or not, we'll have to see. And also last night on Raw, we had Brock Lesnar challenging Cody to a fight at Night of Champions. So, street fight, no holds barred, whatever they want to call it, at Night of Champions. I'm sure they're gonna brawl all over the floor, use weapons, chairs, tables, the steps, the announce tables, things like that. And I would not be surprised at all if there is blood again in this one. Maybe this time Cody will get busted open and Lesnar defeats Cody, which will set up for a rubber match sometime down the line. But that's all for this Tuesday morning episode of GMWF. Thank you everyone for tuning in here to Spreaker or wherever you are listening. If you have any questions, comments, or want to let me know what you thought of Raw last night, you can leave them in the comment section wherever you are listening. If the website or app you are listening on has a comment section, you can let me know what you thought of Raw last night. So I hope everyone has a great Tuesday today. Hope everyone enjoys NXT. Hope everyone enjoyed watching Raw. Enjoyed hearing me talk about it last night on 360 Wrestling Fanatic and this morning. I will talk to you all tomorrow. Keep watching Pro Wrestling.